So the way you describe it sounds very much like exploitation.
Det er min tur å levere av visdom og spre, og det er det jeg ønsker å kreve i lønn, mer enn en drøm.
It's not going to go on any sort of extreme website or anything, is it?
I will post
Instagram.
online, but I don't know what you mean by extreme websites.
Well, nothing that has extremist views.
No, not at all. So my name is Matthias.
Hello, Matthias.
Hi. So where are you from? You're just
I'm
visiting?
Sarah. I'm from London in England.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining a ethical discussion, like I said. So I want to ask you some questions, and they might gradually become more difficult, I don't know. So first off, exploitation, meaning using someone else without their consent for your own benefit. Is this okay or is it wrong to exploit?
It's wrong.
Yeah, most people say so.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, but what if we are much smarter than the ones we are exploiting? Does that make it okay?
No.
What if they aren't like fully aware that they're being exploited, so they still lose from it, but they can't like comprehend it? Does that make it okay?
I don't think exploitation is ever okay.
Okay, but what if they look very, very different from us? Say if they walk on 4 legs instead of 2.
Then I think you're talking about a different matter. For using an animal, for example, to produce milk, I wouldn't call that exploitation.
But by definition it is so, because you're using someone else to gain something from it.
But you're giving something in return, usually, in the sense that these animals are fed.
How much do you know about the dairy industry? So what is required for a cow to produce milk?
Well, I guess food.
When do mammals produce milk?
Yeah, when they're pregnant, after birth.
Right, so they need to be made pregnant first. Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think they get impregnated by humans?
Okay, you're right. I don't know a great deal about the dairy industry, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah. Most people don't. Most people think cows just make milk all the time. But like you said, they need to have a baby first. So the whole industry is built on ejaculating bulls, put their semen into cows, force them to carry a baby, and then to sell the milk, they have their babies taken from them. And after maybe 5 cycles of this, when the cow can't take it anymore because they're not naturally made to give birth every year, they call them spent cows, and then they also end up at the same slaughterhouse as the animals used for meat.
Right.
At a fraction, maybe a quarter of their natural lifespan.
So the way you describe it sounds very much like exploitation.
Yeah. And is this wrong to exploit non-humans?
I think it's part of the natural order of things, actually.
Well, for one, I'd say no, because what we do to other animals is not some kind of natural cycle, or it depends how you define natural, but either way I'd say what's natural isn't always the same as what's right or wrong. A lot of horrible things happen in nature too.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and if there was some kind of necessity behind it, then maybe you could justify it, but what we do to animals now is not necessary, because in our time we have alternatives for all the nutrients and flavors we can think of.
I imagine that people were drinking milk from cows or goats or even sheep hundreds of years ago, way before there was such a thing as artificial insemination. So it doesn't always align with the modern day practices.
Well, I mean, and yeah, maybe. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, now in our time, it's completely needless, and because when we exploit someone, when animals or other humans, we deprive them of their individuality, and we just like it's like we're placing them in a group and don't see them as individual victims. And even if there's like levels to this, like more bad, less bad, but the root of the problem is how we view them as something to use, not someone with intrinsic value.
Yeah, I see the point, and clearly there is a hierarchy of badness. So, for example, chickens in battery farms, I think most people would say that was inappropriate exploitation. But maybe running a dairy farm is a different level of exploitation. But you've clearly made up your mind about where you think the lines could be drawn.
Yeah.
I doubt whether we will achieve an agreement. Your line is going to be much lower than my line.
Yeah, well, my line is sentience. I want to refrain from exploiting sentient beings. And when it comes to non-human animals, they can't. It's a bit more black and white because they can't give informed consent. And just the scale of it all, like it's like the greatest injustice of our time. Because just when you think about the number of victims.
Are you a vegetarian?
Well, vegetarians, that's like a diet where you don't eat meat, but they still might have milk, cheese, eggs, wear fur, leather, so they might still participate in exploiting animals. So the word, if you think humans should live without exploiting animals, this is a principle most people agree with, but if you also practice it, then you're what's called a vegan.
Yes.
So that's what it means to be vegan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a day for now, because we've just come to look at the park, basically.
Yeah.
I'm a long way off being a vegan, so I'm probably on a higher level of exploitation than you would agree with. But it's been interesting talking to you.
Yeah, and would anything stop you from now on, like, leave all animals alone?
I probably wouldn't change my behaviour because I think it would be pointless. It wouldn't change the way the world operates.
We can't change the world on our own, but we can change the world for those animals we demand are being exploited for us. So one person removing their demand can mean between 100 and 300 animals per year less bred into this system. So
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, you've been very thought-provoking. Thank you.
I hope so too. There's, if you want to learn more about these industries, there's a documentary on YouTube I would check out. It's called Dominion. Okay. And it's free to watch on YouTube. So it's good to at least know what we're demanding, so we can make an informed choice. About it.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Goodbye. She seemed a bit shy first, so it was cool that she agreed to join the conversation. Before we started filming, she asked me if this will end up in some extremist website with extremist views, and I always found it a bit ironic when veganism is portrayed as extreme. Because what does the word extreme mean in other circumstances when we talk about extreme views? Usually, especially if it's like extremism, it's the acceptance of violence as a means to an end. So the status quo, the non-vegan world, that's what extreme. Being vegan is not extreme. Being vegan is extreme. Yeah, you stop being an extremist, basically. Not everyone are going to go vegan from one conversation, but at least, like she said, I made her think, so that's the start.